All right. Good morning. Namaste. How are you all?
Good.
Good.
Very
Good morning.
good. Namaste. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I can't hear you.
Namaskar.
Yes. Namaskar. How are you, sir?
I know you. Good, thanks.
Good. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hi, Jay. Hi,
Hi.
Anushka.
Good morning.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram. Hi, Anand, sir.
Hello.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
Ahmed, sir. Good morning. Nandaji. All of you, Umaji, everybody. Surya. Hi. Meenakshi. Very
Hi.
happy to see you all. So let's move on. I think one more person is missing in a while. So let's someone who did not send me the homework. All right. Thank you for that. Any questions before we move to this class? Everyone is sure about the letters and the pronunciation of the letters, right? Is there any question before we move ahead?
No.
Fantastic. Either it's completely I've transmitted or I've transferred all what I have to do, or else nothing has been understood. It's all on the extreme ends. So very happy to know that there are no questions. So we will move on to today's lesson. As usual, we'll start with a prayer. And pray along with me. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru
Gurudevo
Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha.
Thank you. And we learned about vowels. We learned about consonants in the last 3 classes, and you have learned almost all the consonants. There are a few more consonant special letters that we will learn today. And before that, we will get into a quick short identification test. Sanjay Padmanabhan is what I see at the top of my list. Sir, can you identify this letter for me?
Ba.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's ba.
Yes. Yeah, I think you need to just come closer to the mic when you say, because it's very faint. Yes, it's right. It's Bha.
Ba.
So, thank you, sir. Yeah. And next is Anand Sadashivaji. Can you?
That's K.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Kamatji.
Yes.
Yes, please identify that letter.
Ja.
Yes, beautiful. Just a second. Hi, Arshdeep ji. We are waiting for you. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Bye. So thank you, Kamatji. That's right, Ja. The next one I see on the list is Nandaji.
It's Aha.
Yes, that's right. Beautiful. Aha. That's very good. Thank you. And the next one I see is Dr. J and Anushka. Let's go with Anushka first.
Ba.
Yes, Ba. Very good. Fantastic. Yes, thank you. J.
E.
He.
E.
Point is, those 2 dots
Yeah.
goes with the vowel sound of the last letter written. So here we have written the last letter vowel as E. So it goes as E.
E.
Yeah, if you write U, it becomes U.
Right.
It takes the sound of the last vowel written before that 2 dots. Okay, so it's
Sure.
E. All right, great. Yeah, the next one I see here is who's that I see? Meenakshi.
That is
I can't
Na.
hear you. You come
Na.
close. Yeah, Na, that's right. Perfect. Very good. Well done. So that's Na. And the next one I see is Surya. Namaste.
Yeah.
Surya, can you tell me what this letter is?
Yeah.
Nga. Kha, ga, ga, nga. This is that fangs, right? Nga. Tell me.
Yeah.
Nga. Nga.
Yeah.
Yeah, nga. All right. So fantastic. Next I see is Sanjay. Have you finished already, Sanjay?
Yes, yes. Just the it's the.
Dha. It's
The.
that dha. What's the code word
The.
for this dha?
I think it's Dolak.
Yes, dholak, right? Thank you. Thank you. Well done. So the next is who's on the next? I think it's Arshdeep ji.
Gh.
Gha. Yes. And do you remember the code word for this?
Sorry, I don't.
No worries. You identified the letter. That's fine. So anyone who I have left, did everyone answer? So I will then go back. Uma ji, I think I missed you somewhere. Are you here? Yes. You can go ahead and tell me this letter.
Rum.
Rim. Perfect. Very good. Well done. So I'm going to ask again a few more letters. I'll see who is on the top on the list. Sanjay, can you tell me the letter and the code word for that?
This is Ma.
Yes.
I don't know the code
Okay.
word.
As long as you know the letter, that's fine. Any children or anyone who don't know Hindi before, can you tell me what the code word for this is?
Maximum.
Yes, that's right. Yes, perfect. Very good. So, Meenakshi, what is this letter and what is the code word for that?
This letter is it's K
Yes.
and the code word is Makan.
Beautiful. Makhan, that's right. Beautiful. Thank you. I see, Anushka there, the next child. So Anushka, can you tell me the code word and this letter?
What's this letter?
Me?
No, there's no right.
Yeah.
What's that?
The.
Yes, duh. And what's the code word for that?
What's it?
Road.
Yes, fantastic. Road. Beautiful. Well done. So what's this J and the code word?
Thumb, but I don't know what the code word is.
Fine, you have identified the letter. That's more important. So tum, normally it's tummy because it's like a tummy of a man. So that's fine. For the children who don't know Sanskrit or they've not read before, please note that down. Surya, what is this? And the code word.
Pa.
Yes, very good. Tha.
Bhajan.
Oh, sorry.
So is the code?
No. That's not. That's not bhajans. That's bhajan is bha. This is tha, right? Ta, tha, the, dha, na. So that's tha, where your tip of the tongue touches the base of your teeth. What's the code word for this?
Tita.
Yes, fantastic. Well done. Beautiful. You go by the code word, you will remember how to write the letter and recognize when you're not aware of Devanagari. It's easy for you to go from the code word, right?
Yes.
Yes. What's this? Anyone in the team? Anyone can answer this.
That's E.
Yes, E. Very good. Well done. And this one?
Pa.
Yes, pa. Who said that?
Meenakshi.
Meenakshi, what's the code word?
Puppy.
Yes, beautiful. What's this? Anyone can take it.
I.
I. Very good. Fantastic. I. What's this? Children. Children. Yeah, sorry, Anushka.
Ja.
Ja. Very good. What is the code word for that?
Jhelum.
Yeah, Jheelam. Somebody is suggesting that. Very good. Jheelam. I'm sure the parents would have taught what Jheelam is for children. So that's Jheelam, right? So we learned, the vowels, and we learned 5 rows of consonants. We learned from A till, Au in the vowels. And then we learned the Anuswara and Visarga, and Aha. And then we learned 5 different sets of consonants that uses various parts of the mouth. So we'll move on. And then this was the homework that we had written last week and the week before, the vowels, and then the 5 sets of consonants we wrote, right? So we learned all this, how to use the base of your mouth, the middle of your mouth, the front portion of the heart bump, and then the base of the teeth and the lips. So that's what we learned, all the 5 lines of consonants. So just as a quick question before we learn something today, how many synonyms are there in Sanskrit for the word elephant? Anybody can guess? How many how many
Maybe 10.
okay. Anyone else who wants to guess?
We can't see you. Yes, now correct.
Yeah. Anyone else who can guess number of synonyms, meaning? Yeah, go ahead.
4.
Sorry?
4.
No, someone said 10. That was itself a smaller number. Anyone who, Tamil, who know Tamil, can you tell me how many are there as synonyms in Tamil for the word elephant? Or in English, how many words you can think of in English for elephant? You'll be surprised when I say that in English, we have 5 words that mean synonym. These are the 5 words: boar, mammoth, mastodon, pachyderm. That's a very, unique word. And tusker. These are 5 words that are synonyms for the word elephant in English. And, the word came from, other languages. There are several other languages that have, synonyms for Sanskrit, for elephant. But we have 45 words, synonyms for the word elephant in Tamil, right? 45 different forms of words that express the meaning of the word elephant in Tamil. But when we come to Sanskrit, 100. We have 100 words in Sanskrit. That gives, I can't show this because it's too, if I try to copy and paste that into this slide, it's too tiny. But as I expand, maybe some of you can see the meanings of, the various meanings of the words in Sanskrit. All of them mean elephant. Right? So there are 100 words. So I just thought it's very important for me to put this slide because Sanskrit's depth as a language is very, very deep, because you have several synonyms for same words and it can be expressed in context with different forms of, the same, giving the same meaning. So with that, we progress to the lesson 4 and we will learn few special letters today. And I hope, please keep your notebooks and pens ready. So the first letter we will learn is ya. After we learned pa, pa, ba, bha, ma, we now learn the next letter, which is a special consonant, which is ya. And the way we will remember is by Yahoo. Yahoo is a very popular portal. Everyone is aware of that. So Yahoo. And Yahoo has this Y as the brand symbol. And we'll use Y, and it's nothing but Y. We just, for Ya, we remember Y, and then we write Y. We just write Y, but we write it slightly curvy and put a line on top. So that's Ya. Normally we write in English, we write Y like this, but in Sanskrit, we just curve it. Ya. You can write it like this as well. Slight curve on the top. And then join the line. Put the line on the top. It's Ya. The way you remember is Yahoo is for Y, and then Yahoo starts with a Y, and then you write the simple English Y, but slightly curve it up on the top like this, and then put a line next to it, and that's Ya in Sanskrit. All right, clear? So we will learn the next letter, Ra. Ra as in rupee. I mean, all of us know rupee, and I'm sure most of us know, except for the children, maybe perhaps they don't know, but this is the symbol, international symbol for rupee. Like how we write the dollar, US dollar like this, or Australian dollar like this. And, we write the pound by writing an L, So rupee, the symbol for Indian rupee is this. And we remember rupee, and then we write the rupee symbol, which is R. Actually, if you look at the rupee as well, the symbol, it's the right side of the English letter R, the uppercase R. If I complete this, it becomes a uppercase R. And if I remove that, it just becomes the Sanskrit Ra. Rupee, Ra. Remember rupee starts with R, and half of R is, you just write the right hand side of the R and put a line on top. That becomes Ra in Sanskrit. Clear? Please note down the code word and write the letter. So we learned Ya, Ra. We are going to learn the next letter Va. So I want somebody to tell me a word in English that has got the sound Va.
Water.
Water. Yeah, that's good. Water. Yep. Anyone else? Any other word? Sorry, van. Van, right? Van. Beautiful. These are the words that have got the sound va in it. And I'm going to use, okay, we have la before that. Sorry, I missed la. So we are going to learn la. The word I have taken for learning the letter la is love. Love is the letter, the word that's got la, the sound la in it. And love is normally represented by heart symbol, right? We see that, heart is normally, because we find love in our hearts. We learn in our value education that we love our parents, we love our children, we love our siblings, our friends. So it's symbolized by the symbol heart. And I'm going to just use the heart as the form of love. But I'm going to just take the top portion of the heart and then put it on a line, and that becomes la. Very simple. Remember the code word, write the code word love. It's important for people who don't have a background on Hindi to please write down. And even for people, who might have forgotten, the way the letters are remembered, please write the code word love for love and simply draw a heart, but half of it, draw the half of the heart, and then put a line and hang it from a line on top. So that's la. Half of heart and then a line on top. When you see something like this, you should remember it looks like half of heart, and that's love. So that's la. All right, beautiful. So we'll now learn the letter va, and va, I have made use of the word vitamin. For we all know that, majorly people from Asian origin, the dark skin, we have a deficiency of vitamin D, and that's because we don't expose ourselves to the sun, right? So we will remember vitamin D to remember how to write va, because vitamin gets the sound of va. And so we write D, vitamin D. And when you write D in English, you write like this. Just extend the line a bit more and hang it from a line on top. That becomes va in Sanskrit. Remember vitamin D and write the letter D. And once you write the letter D, you have to just extend a line below slightly and put a line on top. That becomes va in Sanskrit. So D in English, vitamin D, extend the line below and put a line on top. That's va from vitamin D. Completely write the word vitamin D. So that's va. So we'll now learn 3 special letters, and these are slightly for people who don't have a Hindi background. It may be a slight confusing one. These 3 letters are sha, sa, and sha. We will learn 3 of them. It's almost closer to the pronunciation, but these 3 use a different part of your tongue and mouth when we pronounce. The first one we will learn is sha, as in shell. When you say the word shell, you get that heavy sha, right? Can one of each of you tell me sha? Starting with Sanjay. Sanjay ji.
Sure.
Yes, sha. Thank you. Um, Jay and Anushka. Sha.
Sure.
Very good. Beautiful. Arshdeep ji.
Sure.
Yes. Meenakshi.
Sure.
Yes. Anand ji.
Sure.
Yes. Beautiful. Kamat sir.
Sure.
Yes. You beautiful. Surya.
Sure.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sure.
Sha. That's right. Beautiful. Uma ji.
Sure.
Yes. That's right. Nanda ji. Good.
Sure.
Yes. Beautiful. Anand Krishnan sir.
Sure.
Yes, very good. I hope I have covered all of you. I don't know if I missed everything because my screen shows, only few people at a time. So I don't know if I have missed anyone. If I missed, please put up your hand or, unmute and then talk, right? Sure. So we will learn sure now. Sure, I've used the code word shell because shell has that sound of sure. And, the way easily we remember is this is a shell, right? We find these kind of shells in the seashore, right? So we just draw something that looks like a shell. Just going to draw it for you. Shell has got an inner circle. It goes around and then comes outside, right? So I'm just going to draw the same shell, a small circle inside, and then a small bigger circle outside, and then draw a line below and put a line next to it and hang it from a line. So the way it is written is a small circle and then a bigger circle, like a shell. Just draw a line slanting below, draw the line next to it, and a line on top. So that's sha. This should not join. These two lines cannot join. There is no, this place has to be left intentionally blank, right? So please don't join that two lines there. So it's shell. You draw a small circle, which represents the inner shell, and then the bigger one, and then draw a line, and then draw a line next to it, and then put a line on top. So that's sha. So any questions at this stage? If not, we will move to the next letter. The next letter that we are going to learn is sa. Sa. It's a lighter form of sha. We just learned shell. We're going to learn sa. Can any one of you tell me a word in English that's got the sound sa? Sorry, some. Yes, some. Beautiful. Some has got that sa, right? Anyone else? Any word?
Sun.
Huh?
Sun.
Sun. Yes, sun is a very good word. Sun has got that sa in it. Excuse me, just give me a second. I'm just going to wear my beanie. It's getting cold. So sun, yeah, sun is a word that's got sa in it. What I'm going to use is sit. Sit is a word that's got sa in it, right? Sit. When you say sit, it's got that sa sound. And sit, if you look at the screen here, you can see that, a chair, there is a chair and there is a man sitting on the chair, right? It's very easy, to remember sit because we are just going to draw how a man sits on a chair. So you draw a chair, right? Side of the chair, and then make the man sit with legs inside. So that's sa. So the way you write it is, you put the man with the leg inwards on a chair. Sa. Make him sit on a chair. I'm going to explain again. Hang on. Take the chair, take the man You see the man here, he's sitting with his leg inside on a chair, and then put a line on top. So that's sa, sit. Remember this image of the man sitting? He sits maybe with his legs pulled inside. So it's his body and then the legs pulled inside on a chair, and then put a line on top. So that's sa. Can each of you tell me sa?
Sa.
I'll go
Sa.
first.
Sa.
Sa.
Yes, one after the other. Meenakshi, can you say sa?
Sa.
Yes. Kamatji, sa?
Sa.
Yes. Nandaji?
Sa.
Yes. Anand Sadashivji?
Sa.
Yes. Umaji?
Sa.
Yes. Anand Krishnan sir?
Sa.
Yes. Surya?
Sa.
Ashdeepji?
Sir.
Jay?
Sir.
Anushka?
Sa.
I can't hear you.
Sa.
Yes, fantastic. Sanjay ji?
Sir.
Yes, beautiful. So that's sir. I hope it's clear, the word sir for all of us. So then we will learn. If there is any question, please stop me if I'm fast. Anytime, please pause me and ask me a question. So what we will learn next is a slightly stressed sir, but it's sha. What we learned earlier was sha as in shell. Then we learned sa as in sit. What we are going to learn now is when you go to some hospitals and clinics, you will normally find a board that says you cannot talk. Shh, maintain silence, right? So this is shh. You have to say it with heaviness inside your mouth as it has to have that rolling of a tongue effect, and then comes the letter out as shh. So the word I've used is silence of shh. And then you see this normally in most of the places, in trains, in public places, that you're not allowed to use a mobile phone in public places, right? So I'm going to use the same thing for explaining how to write sh, and it's nothing but don't use your mobile phone in public. Keep quiet. Shh. Silence. So you draw the same symbol, you draw the mobile phone, and then cross it, saying that you cannot use that. It's going to be silent. Put a line next to it, put a line on top. That's shh for you. I want each of you to write down the code word, that silence or ish is the code word for that, and no mobile phones to be used. Draw the mobile phone slightly like that, and put across that you cannot use the mobile phone to remain silent, and then right next to it draw a line, and then line on top. So I want you to write down, and then please tell me now, each of you, the letter sh, starting with Sanjay. Sh.
Sha.
I can't hear you, sir.
Sha.
Sh, that's right. Sh. I think you must be slightly coming closer to your mic because it's very faint. Sh.
Sh.
Yes. Jay and Anushka. Anushka first.
Sh.
Sha.
Sh.
Sha.
Yes, sh. So can you tell me all the three letters? Sa, sh, and sh. Sa, sh, and sh.
Sa.
Sha.
Ra.
And sha.
Can you differentiate between the sh and sh? Are you able to find the division between sh as in shell and sh as in sh?
Sha.
And
Sha.
Yes, that's right. With a little bit of stress on sh will give you this silent sh, because the shell is a simple sh. This one is slightly more pressure sh. All right, Jay?
sh, sh,
The third one?
sir.
Sir. Beautiful. Fantastic. Well done. Super. Sanjay, you finished, and Jay and Anushka finished. Arshdeep ji. Three sh. Sh, sa, sa.
The one with shell is shell.
Yep.
Sh.
Yep.
This one is ch.
Sorry?
Sh.
This one The one with
Silence.
silence is sh,
Yep.
and the one, the ch.
No, this one. I'm asking this.
This is sir.
Yes, sa, sh, and sh. Right? Those are the three ones I'm asking. Very good. Well done. Surya. These three. Sa, sh,
Sha,
Tell me the first one. Tell me the first one with the code word.
sha, shell.
Yes. The next one.
Sha, sha.
Yes.
And the sa, sit.
Sir, sit. Very good. Beautiful. Thank you. Meenakshi.
Sha, shell.
Yes.
Sha,
Yes.
sa, sit.
Yes, that's right. Fantastic. Beautiful, Meenakshi. Very good. Kamatji.
Sir for
Yes.
sit.
Yes.
Sh for shell.
Yes. Beautiful.
Sh for
For
shut. Shut.
yes.
Sure.
Silence. That sh. Right.
Silence.
You get the difference between sh and sh. Right. The heavy sh.
Yes.
Right.
Sh,
Beautiful.
sh for shell.
Yes.
Sh for sh.
Yes. Very good. Well done. So
Sure.
I just want to make sure that all of you understand the difference between this what do you call this sh as in shell and this sh as in silence, right? I mean for this for
Silence, yeah.
silence. Yes.
Shut is
Shut.
another word, probably for the middle one. Shut.
Yes. Shut. Shanmuga. When we say
Yeah, Shanmuga.
get that sh. Yeah. All right. So very good, sir. Thank you. Nandaji.
Okay. Sha for shell.
Yes.
Sa for sit.
Yes.
Sha for silence.
Yeah, silence, shanmuga, that kind of the heaviness, right? Fantastic. Thank you. Umaji.
Sha for shell,
Yep.
and then sha for silence, that is sh. Then sa for sit.
Very good. Fantastic. Beautiful. Thank you. Anand Sadashivji.
Sh for shell,
Yes.
sh for
Very good.
and s for sit.
Yeah, beautiful. That heavy you so told it very well when you said that's the heavy Beautiful. Did I leave anyone? Anand?
Yeah, let me try now.
Yeah.
Sha as in shell, and sha, shut, silence is a code word. Sa, sit.
Sit. Yeah. That second one is a bit. Can you say shanmuga for me?
Shanmuga.
Yes, that that heavy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Did
All
I
right,
leave?
thank you.
All of you have told me, right? I can't see, unfortunately, everyone at the same screen, so I'm not able to figure out if anyone I have missed. Please feel free. If I have missed anyone, please open your mics and tell me. All right. So that we learned sa, sha. We move on to the next one. We learned what did we learn? We learned ya, ra, la, va, sha, sa. Now we'll learn the next letter, that is ha. So can any one of you tell me a code word that's got in English that's got the letter sound ha?
Harp.
Yes, heart. Very good.
Harp.
Heart is what you said, right? Heart.
No, harp.
I didn't get you. Hot.
Okay, that's
Hot is what.
harp.
Hot. Okay. Hot. Yes.
Harp. Harp.
Hopping, as in hopping.
No, HARP. Harp.
Harp. Very good. Fantastic. Good. So many words have come. Harp, heart. You know, all of these are good words. But what I'm going to use as the code word for ha is the hook and the hang. We hang. Do you know what this is? Any of you can recognize what is there here as the picture?
Fishing bait.
Yeah,
Yes,
fish hook.
fishing
Fish
bait.
hook.
Yes. Absolutely, hook. So we know what a hook is, and there's a bait, right? We hang a bait on a hook, isn't it? When we go fishing, we hang a bait, which is kind of a worm or a smaller insect, on a hook. we hang that, and then the fish comes and then picks it up and gets caught, right? So we will learn how to write ha from the word hook or hang. We just simply draw a hook and then we hang a bait and then put a line on top. That's ha. Hook has got that ha sound. We draw a hook and then we hang a bait from it for the fish, and that becomes ha. Clear? So again, we draw a hook and then we draw this bait, which is a small worm, and then we draw a line on top. That's ha. Ha can be also written in few other ways, as in you can start doing this. That's also ha. This is also ha. As long as we remember that it comes something like this, that's the way we understand this, right? So that's ha. Draw the hook and draw the bait from the hook and hang it from top of a line. So that's ha. Any questions? We'll now move to the next letter, which is tra. And for tra, I have used this code word tree, because tree has got that sound of tra in it. Tra and e is three. So the easier way to write tra is remember three and draw the tree and put a line. So look at this. It's got three different endings. It looks kind of a tree, but a very crude form of tree. And then put a line on top. That's tra. I'll explain again. Three has got that sound of tra. So we take the code word of three. The way we write that is, we write three lines on a vertical line. 1, 2, and 3. And then hang it from top of a line. So that's tra. The easier way to write it is tra. Again, I'm going to show you. The way to write that is, just draw a vertical line, draw a perpendicular horizontal line, and put a line in between. So this is three kind of lines hanging from top of a line. So it will have three ends, 1, 2, and 3 ends, and that hangs from top of a line. That's tra. All right, so that's tra.
I got one question, sir.
Yes, sure, go ahead.
In a tra, when you say tra, it is the first half is the, right? It is the.
Yes,
But
that's
when you write the first horizontal line should come down like a inverted U. Yeah, so, sort of, not that square, but
yeah. I'm just giving you as an example. Tra.
Yeah. So if you take that second line, it should become the. That is the. And why in your tra the first line is only half?
Because this is the way tra. Tra is a special letter. You know, it's not a letter that is written with this tra. If you write
so
this,
it's not a continuation of.
It's not. It's a special letter in Sanskrit which is written like this, and then like this. So that's tra. Tra.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I know what you mean, because if you ideally write the and you put like this, that's also tra. But here, the Sanskrit has a special letter which looks like this. It's tra. There's a slight small difference between Hindi and Sanskrit. So these are the places where you find that. This is tra.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
All right, good. So what we will learn next is the letter sra. It's also a special letter in Sanskrit. It cannot be written in any other way. There is another way to write sra. You can say that you write this sa and put this cross, that's sra, but that's not this letter. It's a different letter, a special letter in Sanskrit. So the way we will remember sra is from English letters S and R. When you write sra, you write in English, if you want to represent that, you write S and R. So we take the same S and R. The cursive writing of S is this, or the cursive writing of R is also this. And then put a line next to it and a line on top. That's sra. So you can remember that either ways, a cursive writing of S if somebody is comfortable with S, a cursive writing of R, which if somebody is comfortable with the cursive writing of R. If it's cursive writing of R, you just have to tilt it towards the side. Like how we wrote kangaroo. If you remember, we wrote this cursive R for kangaroo. So it's similar to that same R here, cursive R. So sra is S and R. So you can remember S, cursive writing S, which is this, S, or the cursive writing R, which is this. So you can write a cursive R or S, then put a line next to it, vertical line, and hang it from top, from a line on top. So that's sra. This is a special letter in Sanskrit. So please note it down. Sra, the code word is S and R. Is the pronunciation easy? Do you want to tell me the pronunciation of these three words, letters here, one by one? I will just ask you. So I see Ashdeep ji on the top. So please tell me the three letters here.
Ha,
Yeah.
tra, sra.
Very good. Thank you. Meenakshi.
Ha,
Hmm?
thra,
Hmm?
shra,
Sra.
shra.
Yes. Very good. Thank you. Anand sir. Anand Sadashiv ji.
Ha,
Hmm?
tra,
Hmm?
sra.
Very good. Thank you. Kamat ji.
It is ha,
Hmm?
tra,
Hmm?
stra.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you. Umaji.
Ha,
Hmm?
tra,
Hmm?
shra.
Yes. Very good. Thank you. Ananda Krishnan sir.
Ha,
Hmm?
tra,
Hmm?
tra.
Beautiful. Thank you. I see Arshdeep is finished, right? Okay. Surya.
Ha,
Hmm?
thra, shra.
Yes. Very nice. Well done. Superb. Then I see Nandaji.
Ha, thra, shra.
Very good. Fantastic, sir. Thank you. Sanjay. Sanjay, sir.
Tra, sra.
I can't hear you.
Ha,
Yeah.
tra, sra.
No, it broke again when you said the second letter.
Tra,
Yes, tra. And the
sra.
last one? Sra. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. I think there is some issue with your mic. I'm not able to hear you clearly. Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know what is happening, but that's okay. You will sort it out. Jay and Anushka. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Ha for
Hmm?
hand, thra for tree, and shra for sir.
SR. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Jay.
Ha, tra, sra.
Beautiful. Thank you. I think I've covered all of you. If anyone is missing, please let me know. So we learned all these letters now. What did we learn? We learned ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha, tra, sra. We are going to learn a couple of more letters. This one, we are going to learn the letter nya. All right, nya. So the way we are going to learn is from the code word nyan. I'm sure most of you know. The children may not know nyan. Do you know what is nyan? Children?
No. No.
Yeah.
I
Nyan.
don't know.
Jnana is the Sanskrit word for knowledge. Jnana means knowledge. All right. So please write the code word Jnana. Jnana is the word for knowledge in Sanskrit. So Jnana. And why we are going to use that is because we are going to learn it from the letter that we learned earlier, right? Cha, cha, ja, ja, jna. Right? This jna we learned. And then we add a y to it because that's where we have written in English as well that nyan, ng and ya. Ng is that nya, we learned cha 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 nya, and ya. So we'll just take the same nya and ya. We write the same nya here, which we learned earlier, right? This nya. And then we know what is ya. We take y and then we make a mirror image of that and put that mirror image below. So remember how we learned nya, cha, cha, jajja, nya from that ninja. If you remember, we drew the ninja. The same ninja comes here. And then we take the Y, which is nyan's Y in nya, and make a mirror image of that. And then continue this here and then put that down here, that ulta Y. So the way it's written in an easier way is vertical line, that ninja's thing, and then that mirror Y. But you don't complete the ninja here. You don't put the top portion of the ninja. You just put the bottom portion. So it's easier written this way, that vertical line, the horizontal line from nya, and then the mirror image of Y. That's nya. The way to remember that is from Nyan, because Nyan has got that ninja's nya, and then add a Y to it, Y in a mirror image form. So start writing your ninja nya, draw a vertical line, put the horizontal line. When you reach here, just put that mirror image of the Y here. So that nya. So you go from nya, cha cha jajja nya, and then you write this particular inverted mirror image of the Y. That's nya. You have to slightly change it from nya, because when you say cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, that's the nya. But this is nya. That G sound has to slightly come nya. It's G-N-Y. That's why I took the word gyan, because it also has a G sound attached to it, a slight G, gyan. So I want each of you to tell me, the word now, the letter now, and with the word, tell me gya and then nyan, both together. Surya, you can start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gyan, gyan, yes, not nyan, it's gyan. You have to use that gna sound. Gya. It has to have that slight G sound in it. Okay, g sound. All right. Gyan, gyan.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're trying that. It will get to you when you read more words. So as of now, it's gyan. Try to say gyan.
Yeah.
Yeah, gyan. All right. So next I see is Anushka and Jay.
You want to say? Gyan? Gyan?
Yes, gyan. Yes, that's right. Anushka.
Yeah.
Yeah, gyan, slight g sound. I think your dad can tell you later. It's slightly more gyan, not nya, it's gyan. All right. Yeah. And Sanjay ji?
Gyan.
Gyan, yes, very good. That's true. Nanda ji?
Nya, Nyan.
Gyan, yes, gyan. Very good.
Nyan.
Ashdeep ji?
Gnya, Gnan.
Yeah, that's right. I can't hear you clearly, but I think you said it right. Yeah. Anand Sadashiv ji?
Gnya, Gyan.
Yes, yes, very good. That's right. Very good pronunciation. Umaji?
Nyan. Nyan.
Yeah.
Nyan.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
make it a little more g sound in it.
Okay.
Gyan.
Nyan. Gyan.
Yes. Gyan. Yes. Gyan. All right. Fantastic. So, Kamadji?
Nya, Gyan.
Yes. Very good. Meenakshi?
Nya. Nyan.
Yes. Ananda Krishnan sir.
Gyan, Gyan.
Gyan.
I couldn't hear you.
Okay, first Gyan,
Yeah.
Nya, Gyan.
Gyan.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I'll repeat.
Yeah.
Gyan,
Yeah.
Gyan.
Yes. Very good. So that's the letter nya for us. So we will learn I think this is the last. Sha. We will learn one more letter today, which is ksha. So before we learn that, I want to ask you that can you all tell me an English word that's got the sound ksha there are several words, but I want few words from you. Ksha.
It's a Bernard Shaw.
No, that's cha. I want ksha with the K sound in it.
Oh, okay.
Ksha.
Right.
Meenakshi.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah.
We have somebody with that name. Very good. Meenakshi. Yes. Something
Akshar.
else. I want an English word.
Ah,
English word. There are several words in English that's got that ksha sound. Anyone? Do you drink, any of you drink coffee? No one drinks coffee? That's surprising. Don't tell me. No one drinks coffee here.
decoction.
Yes, I thought so. If someone drinks coffee, they'll come up with that word, decoction, right? So yes, very good. There are several words: diction, decoction, conviction, right? There are several words in English that's got
Dictionary.
dictionary. Perfect, beautiful. So there are so many words, but what I'm going to use is, something, where we can find a dictionary. Where do you find a dictionary? In your homes?
Bookshelf.
Yes. Who was that?
Meenakshi.
Very good, Meenakshi. Bookshelf. We find a dictionary and books on a bookshelf, and that's got KSH, bookshelf, ksha, right? So please remember bookshelf, and please remember that somebody, a small boy, is trying to climb a step ladder and pull a book out of a bookshelf. So we'll use that as a code word, and I simply draw a bookshelf, a wall, and then a boy trying his head and his body and his leg, trying to pull a book out of a bookshelf. So you can see the head of the boy, the body of the boy, and his leg. And he is trying to pull a book from the bookshelf. Draw a line on top. So that's ksha. Ksha, decoction, conviction, dictionary, Meenakshi, bookshelf. Ksha. The boy has his head, he's got his body, he pulls his legs out. With his hands, he tries to pull a book out of the bookshelf, and put a line on top. So that's ksha. Clear? So we'll just do a quick revision. We learned few special letters. Ya, from Yahoo, you write a Y, but slightly curve it off and then write Ya. Then we learned Ra, which is as in rupee. You write the right side of the uppercase of rupee, R, and then put a line on top. That's Ra. Then we learned La, from love. Love represented by a heart. Draw half of the heart and hang it from top of a line. That's La. We learned Va, from vitamin D, and you write the vitamin D here, extend the line a bit, put a line on top. That's Va. Then we learned three shas. First one is sha, from shell. It looks like a small circle, and then the bigger circle, and a line down, curved line down, and that's sha. We learned sh, the silence of mobile phones, on silent. So we drew a mobile phone and put it on silent mode, and then draw a line next to it that becomes the heavy sh, as in Shanmuga. You can see here, I think the image says it's from shutterstock.com, right? So sh. All right. So the next one we learned was sit, as in a person sitting, and on a chair. That's sa. And then we learned ha, from a hook, where we are hanging a bait. So draw the hook, draw the bait, put a line on top. That's ha. Hang the hook, hang the bait from the hook, and put it on top of from a line on top. That's ha. We learned tra, from three different edges for that letter tra. We learned sra, which is from the running letters S and R. Draw the running letter R and put a line next to it and line on top. That's sra. We learned gnya, from gyan, with a slight g sound in it. It is nothing but ninja nya, and then ya, mirror image of ya, which is this. So that's nya. And then we learned ksha, which is a boy trying to pull a book away from a bookshelf. Ksha. All right, so that's what we learned today. And I'm going to send you this homework, which is whatever we learned today. And, before we finish, I want to just take you through a quick. NASA contains approximately 60,000 manuscripts of palm leaf. In those days, there was no paper that was invented before the Chinese invented the paper. There was no paper. So we had palm leaf that was used, and an iron pin that was used to write on the palm leaf. When it was slightly still, not completely dry, the palm leaf can still take with carving of the letters. So people used to write on palm script, and they wrote in Sanskrit about various studies and research that they did. NASA currently holds more than 60,000 of Indian palm leaf written in Sanskrit for their research, right? For their research. And the other news is, 17 countries in the world have a university to study Sanskrit, but there is no single university in India to study Sanskrit, dedicated to Sanskrit in India. And Sanskrit has the perfection of pronunciation and the uniqueness of grammar that has remained the same across ages. And it's the most perfected language in the world. So I will tell you something next week, which is, kind of a very interesting fact about how the letters and the words in Sanskrit have meaning with the sound by which it is told. I have a few things that I will tell you next week, but each word and each letter in Sanskrit has got a meaning that is connected to a particular aspect of the word, of that word. So you cannot just say some word and then it, in English, it's very easy. When you say the word easy, you know, does it have a connotation of why that is called easy? Perhaps no, it just came because it was used somewhere in Latin or in Greek or in some other language, it came into English. But Sanskrit is not like that. Each word will have a connotation of why that word came and why should it be only that word. So I will give you some examples next week, but this is just for an interesting information. So yeah, Sanskrit has a vast treasure of synonyms for each subject. So as I said, elephant has got 100 different synonyms. Yeah, and Germany of late is having 14 universities offering Sanskrit as a subject. In Karnataka, Mattur is a village that speaks Sanskrit as its language. And there is a newspaper called Sudharma that's published in Sanskrit since 1970, and it's available online now. So these are some few tidbits of Sanskrit. And what I want is, from you to write these letters today, and also write these as a homework. I'll send it by WhatsApp in the group. And please write the earlier lessons, but please remember to write the code words on top. Please, even if you're aware of Hindi, write the code words on top. And I want to see when your homework comes that you write the code words of each of these letters on top. There is a reason for why I say this, which we will know when we go subsequently to the words and sentences. So please write the code words on top. Please write your homework. And the previous homework, I want you to write 5 times, which is the vowels and the consonants that we learned in the last class. And the consonants, that special letters that we learned in this class, write it 10 times and send it to me by Tuesday. So I will send this to you by WhatsApp soon, right? So if you have any questions, please ask me now. And if you still find any questions after the class, please message me or call me at any time. I'm very happy to answer. Any
Can I
questions?
ask you a question?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, I see that word Sanskrit,
Yes.
sometimes written with a N in it, sometimes with the letter M in it.
Yes.
What's
Yes,
correct?
Sanskrit is an anglicized form of Samaskritam is the word in Sanskrit. It's not Sanskrit, it's Samaskritam, right? So, but the anglicized form of the word is Sanskrit. So it is not Sanskrit, it's Samaskritam. So that's the language. So just for basic understanding, and maybe because it's popularly used as Sanskrit, we use Sanskrit colloquially. Like, when you say India, there is no word called India, right? Because India was a word that was put together by the British because they couldn't understand the way how to pronounce a country. They couldn't understand what the country was. They just told a word India and we called it as India, although the ideal name for India is Bharat, because that's what is the original name of India, right? So like that, Sanskritam is the original word for the language, but because of the anglicized way of saying things, it became Sanskrit.
Thank you.
Sure.
I've got a question.
Yes, sure.
For sure,
Yep.
I don't know whether I can see my screen. So is that sure as well? Or
Which one?
I don't know whether you can see this.
Second one.
Are you able to see the screen? Is that this sha?
I think one is in Hindi.
Yeah, is that the same sure or is that different?
Which one? I want you to point out. I'm showing all the shas now. There's one sha as in shell. There's
Yeah.
one sha as in sha, and there's one sa. Which one are you asking about?
So I've written something in my thing. I don't know where's my video.
Yeah, I can't. Hang on a second. Let me see your video. Where's your video?
You know, the Hindi sha, can it be same as the Sanskrit sha or?
Can you show that video to me? I mean, you have a
Jay, we can't see your video. We can't see your face.
Yeah, we can't see it. So can you please show it to us?
Your video is facing somewhere else.
Yep.
Oh, video facing somewhere else. Okay, just give me a
Yeah, it's facing on a mat.
Yeah, now it's okay. Show it a little bit near. Yeah, the one sha. Both are the same.
So we can interchange or?
You can. That's not a problem because it's just the font, right? Like how I explained, A in English can be written in two different forms.
So
For
that could be-
example, this is A that we normally write, right? The running letter A. Some people write it like this.
Yeah.
That's also A. So that's okay. Sha can be written like this or written like this.
Perfect. So that's acceptable.
Yes. Sorry, I have to. Handwriting is horrible. Hang on a second. So it can be written like this that you see on the screen. It can also be written like how you said, hanging from a line, right?
Sure.
Like this. That's okay. No
That's
worries.
okay. Perfect. Thanks.
Any other questions? Anyone else? Any question?
No.
Silence, which means I have delivered it perfectly. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
true.
you. Thanks a lot. And please
Thank
send
you.
me
Bye.
comments. Meanwhile, if you have got any questions, please let me
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you.
Thank
all.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Namaskaram.
Bye.
No,
Bye.
Thank you. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Just one question.
Go ahead.
The letter sra,
Yeah.
is that in Sanskrit you use the same thing to write Shri,
Yes, Shri.
right?
You're asking
When you
about
write
this
yeah,
letter,
Sri.
right? Sra.
Sra, yeah. So in Sanskrit, is it pronounced as Sri, or is it Shri, or is it just a different way of pronouncing?
It's a different way of pronouncing. You can
Okay.
say it as Shri or Sri. It depends on the context. Normally, this is Sri. Like, for example, if I say my word, see, my name is Sri Rama, right? Sri Rama. Some people say it as SH. They put that H sound in it and say Sri Rama, right? That's okay. I mean, it's Shri, both are.
Okay, it's a different,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but the letter is
The reason I ask it,
yeah,
but that is in Sanskrit, it is Sra.
Yeah, Sra.
Okay, all right. Because the reason I ask is in Kannada we don't have Sra, we have Sa and the Ra, and we call it the Arkavat for that.
Yes,
so we write it as Sa and like a half moon underneath that as a Sra.
Yes.
But for when we say Shri, we write with the Sha, like the shell Sha. That we use it as Sha, She, Shri.
Yes.
So it is like that. And in Sanskrit, there is no La, is it?
No, there is a la. I will
Okay.
come to it. It's very, very rarely used.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the la. See, it's like this,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's la. There is a la. It's very rare. I've seen it very, very few times being used in Sanskrit. I think it is. It comes in Rudram. You know, when you say the Lagunyasam, you
Yeah.
find that in Rudram. And you know, when you say the Dhyana Slokam, apa
Apatalana.
that la is this one, you know.
Yeah, that la is that one. Yeah,
It comes
yeah,
there. So
yeah.
very rarely used. You know, even some of the letters, like there are a couple of vowels that is lr. I didn't teach that in this classes because it's
Yeah.
very, very rarely used. Lr,
Yeah.
you will never find, you know. If you
Yeah,
look
because
up
I
the
wanted to
book-
ask the one
Yeah, I
because
know. Yeah.
it's only there in Sanskrit thing
Book.
as a lr,
Yes,
but
it's
in other based languages on that, like in Kannada, there is no
lr.
lr is not there.
Even in the Vedic texts, you know, it's very, very rare to find lr in a word. It's, I mean, perhaps
Okay.
it's in earlier, you know, Prakrit or Pali that these
Yeah.
letters used. But after that, you know, once it evolved, lr, I have never come across lr in any kind of a
Yeah.
so maybe it's still there in something, but I don't know. Maybe my knowledge.
Yeah,
is
because I've never actually heard that pronunciation in any of the shlokas and things.
Yeah, lr.
But everywhere, when you look at the Sanskrit alphabets, they always write that, and I'm like, I don't know where they use this.
So that's why I intentionally ignored. I don't want to confuse.
Yeah,
people.
yeah, no.
Because-
That's why I
because-
didn't want to ask when everyone is there. I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
And
So even
unnecessary
if you
things.
want to write lr, you just write la and then put that lr symbol right here, right?
Yeah.
So that gets anyway covered when we do the you know, vowel plus consonant kind
Yeah.
of situation, which we will do in the next class. So
Yeah.
we will cover that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. You know,
Okay.
this is there is a letter like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ananda Krishnan sir, bye.